Well, my name's Lorraine Wacaster. I've owned and operated my own training and boarding facility for over 25 years. Approximately 5 years ago, I became very interested in progressive alternative medicine for the performance horses. And it was at that point that I started researching cold laser and cold laser therapies. For me, one of the most important things is keeping my animals healthy and happy, and not to pump them full of different types of medications and de-inflammatories. So for me, it just made a lot of sense to find an alternative way. I needed something that was going to be durable, something that was going to do the job, and something that wasn't going to necessarily break the bank when I bought it. And in my research, which took me approximately a year and a half, I found the Grady medical laser. And we found that using acupressure points and using the Grady laser in conjunction with that, we've just had phenomenal results.
Julio Mendoza, and own Mendoza dressage. In the fourth generation riding dressage. Okay, my great-grandfather is a teacher in Spain, my grandfather, my father, and now me. My goal in 2008 is competing the 2012 Pan American game, and right now is competing when I went to the quarter equestrian game in 2014 and 2016 the Olympic. I hear about the Grady laser about couple friends told me about it. I meet Lorraine. She started explaining to me about the Grady laser, and we start using Grady laser, and I'm seeing amazing results. Amazing results. I don't have to wait 10 sessions. No, I'd say only in the second session I'm seeing a big result in him. Grady laser helped me in the flying changes. It's a lot more easy for him, the flying changes. He has a lot more flexibility. He has a lot more supple. The tempo improved a lot. The score improved a lot. Always he had a little bit problem with the stifle. Okay, a big change. And not only in him, I'm seeing with my another horse. He is a 17-year-old horse, and we had problem with him in the neck, and we had problem with him in the back. He has a swing back. Amazing result. The horses, after the second trimming, completely different horse, happy. The attitude and the stable chain, the attitude when you work in chain, it's a lot more working, and it's fun to ride a horse when it's happy.
This is Ivan. This is one of the horses that we treat with the Grady medical laser. And one of the things that we do is we go over the horse and we look for trigger points. Trigger points are areas that the horse is reactive, just like you and I would have tight muscles. And so when I hit an area where the horse has a tight muscle and we get some sort of reaction, that would be one of the first points that I treat in an overall care and prevention program. So he's got a slight reaction here. So we will turn the Grady laser on, and we will do it. I prefer to start off with a low dose, and I start off with 20-second continuous wave dosing. The laser times itself and then it cuts itself off. So from that reactive point, we'll come back here to his SI. When we find a reactive point where he moves and he's a bit uncomfortable, we'll go back to that point, dose it with the Grady laser, and do another 20-second interval. The interesting thing about the laser is once you apply the laser therapy and you go back over the reactive points, they're no longer as reactive as they were. I think that just goes to show you that the horses can feel what's going on. Their temperament and disposition when they're getting the laser treatment is just rather amazing, because in so many instances these horses have got tight muscles, they're in pain, and it's our job to figure out what's going on with these horses. And so before we start the laser treatments, a lot of these horses, they're antsy, they're jigging, they're just uncomfortable. And what I find so amazing is that when you hit the trigger points and the areas that are painful for these horses, they literally stop mid-stride. They drop their head, their eyes soften, their lips start to chew, and they truly just fall asleep.